Hello there, friends, and welcome back to Unfiltered with Olori Supergirl. My name is Tosin Ajibade, and today we'll be doing some banter on this show where we'll talk about the Bbnaija Level Up Housemate. And today I have with me Ishola Kofo.
Hi.
I need a clap afterwards. All right, so my guest today is Ishola, and we'll be talking about the Bbnaija Level Up Housemate, of course. And the first thing is to talk about the level 1 and level 2 dynamics. So what do you think?
Well, it's interesting because it started out being all good, all friendly. Oh, I've missed you. It was like a whole big family coming together.
Yes.
Then the competition got fierce.
Yeah.
Then he was like, no, you're my competition. But now I think in a way it's kind of coming together because some are beginning to realize that in as much as we are in competition, these people could actually be an ally down the line. So there's a shift.
So there's a shift in terms of, is it when it comes to their task or when it comes to the games, or what do you think? I
think not just the games and the task. Now, even the HOH games, because it's clearing. 2 housemates probably would leave. Now, how many is left?
We have 7 left in level 2
So there possibly might be a reshuffle.
Okay.
So in the reshuffle, who would go? Who would remain?
Okay, so if you're thinking about the reshuffle, I think that would just take us to the week 4 diary session with level 2 housemates. And there we saw where Biggie asked, some of these housemates what they think or who they think they would like to see in their house. Pick a male, pick a female. And the people that topped the list was Swag, CHOMZY, and HERMES. So what do you think, Kofo?
Well, it's interesting because at first I thought people were going to choose based on emotions. But it seems everybody is playing the game because it's obvious. CHOMZY seems to be the most competitive female in the level 1 house. So of course, like who wouldn't want CHOMZY?
Yes.
And HERMES and Swag, quite obvious. They've been the top contenders when it comes to
they've also been heads of house.
Twice.
Swag got it twice. HERMES has been head of house. ADEKUNLE so far has been head of house. So we're seeing that they have this competitive spirit. We're seeing it's not just I don't think it's by looks now. I think it's by the strength. Like what are you bringing to the game? What can you do? So it's very interesting to see that happen. So one thing that also caught my attention during the diary session was when Amaka mentioned Giddy Fire. What do you think?
At this point, we're giving Amaka to God because we all knew she was going to mention Giddy Fire. At least she tried.
She tried.
Just Giddy Fire. I was expecting Giddy Fire and probably her friend Diana.
Oh, okay.
So I think she just chose Giddy Fire. I'm like, we'll take the competitive female and go with my crush.
Of course, she has already shown interest, in Giddy Fire. So we totally understand that. Okay, having Giddy Fire now in level 2 would actually also maybe help her.
Yeah.
Because the house is cold, girl. The house is really
so
cold.
It's very cold.
All right. So talking about level 1 housemates, we did mention, some of the things that are happening in level 1 house. Yeah. So let's not look at ADEKUNLE and Swag versus Shella. What do you think?
Well, I kind of saw ADEKUNLE and Shella coming because after the question, thanks to Ebuka, but on Sunday, we knew that something was going to kind of unfold. But Swag, I was shocked because Swag kind of implied that the Shella don't like him.
So, mean Bella and SHEGGZ together or Shella? Oh, sorry, Bella and SHEGGZ or Shella together?
Yeah, I think that's what he implied. That they don't like him.
Wow.
And given the choice, that they will really not want to see him in level 1. So I was shocked. I was like, okay. And the conversation came along like, Bella is an instigator. I was like, oh.
I didn't hear that too.
We did not.
I didn't watch it.
We didn't see it coming.
Actually, didn't watch it though. I didn't see it.
We didn't see
so
it
you
coming.
actually called Bella an instigator?
Yes, ADEKUNLE called Bella an instigator.
ADEKUNLE did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the conversation was interesting.
Are you serious? Hey, just us is learning, these things can just be, confusing when you're switching between channels. You don't know what to watch. I actually missed this conversation. I did miss it. All right, guys. So on that note, we'll be right back with our guest, Khalid. Hello guys, and we are back. With me is the cool, calm, creative genius, Khalid, who is the 4th evicted housemate from the Bbnaija Level Up house. So let's talk with him and know what he has been up to since the Sunday's eviction. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Tosin. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you look calm. You look cool. What's up? What's
cool, calm, collected, genius. You said all that already.
I like the rings.
Thank you.
I love that.
My thing.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. So between the alarms and the workout sessions, which one would you say is the least?
Least, that's my thing. I love to work out. Only God knows how, possible it is that I'm still this slim. I think I'm cursed or something. I've tried.
So how did you feel when you first heard the wake-up alarm in Biggie's house?
I felt the person who created that alarm had to be the most annoying person in secondary school.
Are you serious?
Why would you do that? What would take your mind there, honestly? But it was effective, so yeah.
It was effective. So when you hear the sound, you just go like, oh, it's big, it's another day.
Yeah, I think it was another challenge because everyone took it as a challenge. Like, don't worry, we'll see who sleep past, whether I sleep past the alarm. And I think we won that challenge.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Awesome. So my first question to you, Khalid, you had an interesting diary session with Biggie in the house where you told him that you got to express how you felt, to Daniella. So did you have the opportunity to tell her all of this?
Yeah, I did actually. I think that was on 2 days to eviction. That was on Friday.
Friday.
Yeah. I didn't tell her, the whole thing. Not because I couldn't remember what I said, but I remember how I felt. So I gave her the rundown of everything. So, it was comfortable, and she makes things just comfortable.
Very easy for you.
She makes me comfortable with my emotions and all that. So yeah, talking about it wasn't difficult.
Because we watched on TV that yourself and Danielle, for every opportunity you guys had in the house, you guys always talk. So what do you guys talk about? I'm interested. You can just tell me what's
No, we can say your camera, yeah.
No, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. So we talked about really deep stuff, how asking me if the relationship was kind of a strategy for me, which, it actually caught me off guard, but as soon as I was so happy she asked that, because definitely people might think a certain way because relationships are meant to spice up Bbnaija on a regular day. That's what people look for, and you can take the horse to the river, but you can't make it. So whatever they believe, is what they believe. But yes, I genuinely did like her. In fact, do like her. Sorry, to use past tense. I genuinely do like her. I respect her so much. She's an intelligent person. Aside, not to brag or anything, aside me being the most physically able person in the house, when it comes to task and everything, I think she's the next person who would bring that fire, because every time we had a task or whatever, if I make it to the final or whatever, she's always right behind me, so it was really something cool to see.
So talking about making it to the finals, I just want to take you quickly. Did you watch the HoH Games for week 4?
No.
Did you see that a girl was winning?
Yeah, actually, I didn't watch everything, but I saw her, actually looking for her, definitely, yeah. So, and I saw puzzle I beg, nah, Danielle's got this in the bag, Yeah.
So you knew she was going to get it?
I knew she was going to get it.
But she was actually top 6.
Top 6?
Yeah, she was top 6 with the other 5 housemates.
I think she was in the mood.
But she didn't get to the top 3.
No.
But she did well. That's what I'm saying.
She really did. That's it. That's what I'm talking about. She's an intelligent person,
Yeah.
Definitely, she's a fighter.
All right, so you did mention to Ebuka on the stage about your relationship with Daniella.
Yeah.
So do you think your family would approve it? And, taking into consideration, the obvious differences?
Yeah, my family, they are, I like to say they are the epitome of love. I always feel safe whenever I go visit, and I do that regularly. There's some families where you just feel, nah, I can't be around these people. But every single opportunity I get when I'm not busy doing something, I want to be around them. They're very supportive people. My dad especially, growing up, he never stopped me. He never told me, okay, don't do this. Whenever I told him I had an interest, he was never focused on one thing, but it was basketball, it was art, there was this, there was that. Sometimes we just come back with things I need, to advance myself in those fields, So yeah, plus he was a Christian initially, so I'm very sure he would understand.
Oh, nice.
He had to convert. I think because of my uncle, we never really had that conversation, but I knew he was a Christian. He had to convert, and he's been a dutiful Muslim, ever since. Everything I've learned about Islam, from my mom and from him, rest her soul.
All right, so did you feel at any point in the house that your relationship with Daniella affected your game? Because the focus was 100 million naira.
Oh, no, definitely no. That's the thing, I keep saying winning means different things to people. Okay. I didn't come into the house with the intention to get to the final. I came to advertise myself. I always say this, I took this course on marketing, and there's this saying that actually stuck with me: practice valuable people. So that is, to me, that is the real win, because at the end of the day, even with 100 million, how much can you replicate it? Can you invest it? Can you really do something with it at the end of the day to get it back? So why are you winning 100 million for? But if you practice valuable people, you will get 100 millions over and over and over and over again. So that's the real win. Although, yeah, the goal was to get 100 million, but I was also okay, you know, advertising myself to the best of my abilities and, you know, coming to show myself, and I'm sure I did that well.
Awesome. We saw that. We saw a little bit of that here and there, you know, during the task and all is what I'm saying, you know, because you did show your creative side, you know, the artistic thing. And I also feel that yourself and Daniella also like, there's this synergy between both of you, you know, when it comes to like the artistic part. She's a poet and you an artist.
I'm an artist, you know, an image is worth 1,000 words.
So the hashtag is what then?
It's Daniella.
I'm only joking, that's fine. I'm only joking. All right, so did you feel in the house that you showcased your talent enough, you know, during your time in Big Brother's house?
Well, I didn't do everything I wanted to at the capacity that I wanted to do, you know. Like I said, I didn't believe I was going to, you know, be evicted. At that point, I strongly believed it. I think I was talking to Kess about it before on Sunday. I was like, I have a strong feeling I'm going to be here. No, I'm going to be here.
Oh, you're going to be here?
Yeah. I mean, there were signs that said, okay, I'm going home, but definitely you have to be positive for whatever, you know. So with the time I had random conversations around the house with people talking extensively about the things I know how to do, you know, sneakers, NFTs, graphic design, basketball, you know, modeling, fashion, you know, to the full extent, you know, affiliate marketing. I think I picked Kess's brain, you know, on cars because he says he's a car salesman, and as an affiliate marketer, I also do that, you know, on the side. So definitely, I'm going to maximize on that. I've always wanted to get into real estate, so whatever capacity. But you know, I'm an artist. I'm not a businessman, but I'm trying to cultivate that habit. You know, as a just boy, I'm talented. I wear my colors on my wrist every single day. You know, so once you see all those talent, you know that this guy definitely not from G-Town. You know, and whatever. So. Definitely, I'm sure I did what I needed to do, although I wasn't satisfied, but at the end of the day, I left an impression.
Awesome. And we saw that in the house. So are you going to say that you're naturally a quiet person, or because we didn't see you like, you know, talk to some of your housemates, you know, in the house level, do you just stay, you know, keep to yourself and not talk? But when you see Daniella, you talk to her, but you don't talk to the rest of the housemates in your level?
Well, this is dynamic, you know, plenty shalai, you know, the food basket.
Plenty what?
Shalai, you know, the food basket. Yeah, so
exactly.
it wasn't the fact that I was shy or anything. I wasn't shy, you know. I like to observe. You know, most of those fights that go on is because everyone wants to talk. You know, we pride ourselves emotionally intelligent people, you know, but when it comes down to it, nobody wants to actually listen, you know. Like the case of Phyna or Amaka or Ilebaye, when something is happening, you know, nobody actually understands where they're coming from, you know, or beauty at one point in time, you know. So when I step back, I mean, I think one of the most memorable ones was between Ilebaye and Modella.
Oh, Modella.
Yeah, about about the hair thing.
The edge control.
Yeah, I think I was praying at that time, you know. Yeah, I was praying. It was Friday, so I was dressed in my best fit, you know, my tribal gear, everything was just, I had finished praying. I looked up and I was just hearing noise. So I just folded my legs. I was about to finish up. You know, I was hearing the conversation like, wow, it's edge, like Biggie will humble you. It's edge control you guys are talking about. So like, everyone was misunderstanding the entire thing because, you know, I feel one person wanted to favor one person, because I felt Bryann actually liked Modella, and definitely there'll be a bias there. You know, and I think Ilebaye would have taken offense to that because, you know, he doesn't want to say anything because he likes. I'm like, yo, haven't you liked someone before? Definitely.
Exactly.
I think the best thing for you to do at that point in time is just to keep quiet. Don't you say, let the babes handle, you know, that shit. So I'm glad he actually did that, but, you know, Baye took offense to that. So analyzing the whole thing, you know, it just made me feel like, I'm done. I'm actually piecing out stuff like this, you know. But when I needed to talk, I made sure it was something valuable, or maybe I'm just goofing around because I like to play. And I'm sure you saw that with my relationship with Daniella was actually both goofballs. Yeah. Okay.
So aside from Daniella in the house, did you have any memorable connections, you know, that you made, you know, on both levels, looking at level 1 and level 2 housemates? So did you have any connection with any of the house?
Yeah, Cyph. Cyph, Beauty.
So, okay.
They were amazing people. They are amazing people.
So that's your level?
Yeah, that's my level. On level 2, on level 1, I never really mingled with them extensively, given that we never had enough time. You know, I can't be shouting on Saturday night party, how far are you there? You know, to be too, I'll be so disoriented, you know. So whenever I had a chance, maybe DOTUN, like we just see each other, gas each other, oh my God, your beard fails and all that. You know, we never really had strong connection. I think the only person I can say knows me in level 1 is HERMES. Oh. Definitely, yeah, because he was my lockdown. Yeah, it was my roommate, so we know each other. We read books, you know. We exchanged ideas on what those, what we read, what it meant to us individually, you know. So, like, we never actually realized that we're Muslim and Christian. It was just, you know.
I like that vibe there.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm big on my faith and all that, but I would never impose it on you or just remind you that I'm Muslim all the time. You know, once in a while I might talk about it, but I don't actually care you're a Christian. As long as you have value to give, someone who can actually talk sense and someone who can move himself, definitely, because we like to vibe, you know, and do all that. So yeah, I think just HERMES. Yeah, but someone I would have really liked to know, DOTUN. I don't know why, he just gives me a really cool guy vibe. Giddy Fire. I like his energy.
He talks a lot.
He talks a lot. He's like the Pharmsavi of level 1. He's always smiling and he's contagious.
Yeah.
Like you can see, if you see Giddy Fire Boni, I think someone died.
No.
You know, God forbid. You know, but like that's it's so contagious. You know, it's nice to have around. You know, having someone who can just make you smile from nowhere. You know, everyone was always thinking of probably when they finish. You know, so you need to have to like.
Okay, so you spent 3 weeks in Biggie's house. So can you just tell us your fun, you know, moments, you know, from the task, the HOH games, the pool party you guys had, and then maybe the Saturday night party?
Okay, that's an extensive list. It was just 3 weeks.
No, I know it was just 3 weeks, but I'm sure you had the fun.
Yeah.
You know, okay, for instance, the week 3 Friday task was the fashion. I mean, so that was something that would have, you know, caught your attention. Yeah. When Biggie brought out the team for the week, I'm sure you were like, okay, I think this is me. Let me, you know, showcase myself. So that's what I mean.
I think that's the second time I've ever like made something with like clothing with my hands. Nice. You know, so yeah, I've always been a fan of Japanese fashion, so that's where my
I think you mentioned it during your diary session.
Yeah, I love Japanese fashion, so that's where the inspiration came in. I wanted to do something like a suit, a karate gi, but with a suit vibe, with a kimono overall. So that's where the inspiration came. That was definitely a fun moment. I think the cookie Arla contest, that was fun because all that running around, seeing people they didn't even care how they looked. Everyone was just rushing, put this in the pot. It was, you know, it was really fun. Everyone with Daniella, definitely good and bad, you know, because we actually had a couple of fights, but you know, it made me realize that I could actually articulate my emotions at a certain level and talk. I think she made it easier because you have to be with somebody who is compatible with you mentally. You know, you can't just be like, oh, vibes on vibes. Everyone was just so vibes on vibes, and it was causing a lot of chaos. Nobody wanted to say, okay, this is why I like this person. You know. So those were definitely 3. Okay, no, there was a time Cyph and I were talking about tech, and we just got so carried away. We just knelt down, God, how big he was laughed off. So, like just talking about it, like it was so funny. Amaka was looking at us laughing. You know, that was a really good moment. You know, and definitely all my talks with Cyph, they were always very productive.
Always about tech. And
very productive.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that you are out of the house, what should your fans expect from you moving forward?
Moving forward, definitely. Okay, I read a comment at one point and it says Khalid is a broke hustler.
Where did you see that?
Yeah, that was one of Daniella's fans. So I was like, okay, cool.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so definitely I'm gonna get that bag. You're gonna see me get that bag.
I like the vibe.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm not shy that I'm broke. I mean, I'm sure everyone who tried out for Big Brother had something they wanted to. That bag, because I have a family. You know, and I want to have another family, my own family one day, so I need to provide. So definitely you're going to see me get the money wherever I can intelligently, not just get any, you know, deal and just rush to it.
Rush into it.
Yeah, so plus I'm going to explore my business side. You know, as an artist, it's not all about passion. You know, let's be honest, because your passion is good, but you need to know how to handle your money and whatever. Definitely you will have a manager, but you need to know what comes in, what goes out, you know, how to keep, you know, how to practice valuable people, you know, conversations and all that. So definitely I'm going to do all that. I have a lot of talent, you know, extensive.
A lot of talent. You didn't see it in the house.
Yeah?
We didn't see it in the house.
Yeah, not enough time.
But you're always like quiet and...
My talent is no need speech.
Then one thing before we end this, you know, interview, your birthday. How was it like when you saw your cake and the, you know, the song your fellow housemates?
First, that I'm not a birthday person.
Okay.
Yeah, so like when everyone was singing, like I just felt shy. You know, like the love was much. And I think,
the love was much.
Kess, so shout out to Kess. That guy is a real person, you know.
Oh, nice.
I think he's one of the people in the house I respect the most. You know, for him spearheading the whole thing. I don't know.
And that should have been part of the most memorable time you had the biggest house.
It's so much.
I know.
Like, it's so much. It's just so, you know, there's so much to pick from, you know.
I know.
Yeah, so I mean, that's definitely, thank you.
Because I watched it.
Yeah, thank you for helping out.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, baby.
Khalid.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
No problem. All right, guys. So it is that time we have to say goodbye to you and also to our creative genius, Khalid.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So please do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms at @OloriSuperGirl. Guys, remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is OloriSuperGirl TV, and we'll be coming back here again to give you exclusive interviews with the Big Brother Naija Level Up housemates. Until then, it's goodbye from me and Khalid. Say what?
Au revoir.
What is bye in Jaws?
In Jaws, no,
language.
the different.
Yeah, just say one quickly.
Actually, no. Wow, I'm sorry.
Bye, guys.
Bye.